this series and when it happened. Look no further than Game 2. The Heat went up 15 with 7 minutes to go. You finish that game, you go up 2 games to none, and this series is probably over. Close them out right there, and the Mavs probably aren't winning for the next 5. Not if the Heat compete the way they should, and LeBron stays aggressive. Instead, they started to celebrate something they hadn't yet won. They stopped playing, and it came back to bite them in the back. Miami could have won that series right there, but instead, that's where they lost it because they didn't have the character or the discipline to finish. Nor did they have the respect for Dallas that they should have had. You know, what were they thinking? Didn't they see the way the Mavs came back on Portland, LA, and OKC? Then again, hard to respect the other guy when you're too busy loving yourself.
Powers picks up the rebound. James drives to Terry. Out of the corner. Way long. Nowitzki to rebound.
As for LeBron, he is taking plenty today, and understandably so. You cannot announce your decision on live TV, nor call yourself the king, nor hit your back with the chosen one ink, and begin the season by saying not 1, not 2, not 6, and not 7, and then shrink and disappear at go time. And that's exactly what he did in the finals. And it's not the first time it's happened. When the stakes were highest and they needed him the most, he shut it down. He was nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter of these games. In short, right now, he's a front runner. When things are going well, he's all in and attacking from the front. But when things go badly, he is nowhere to be found. That's not the cat you want in your foxhole. Last night is a perfect example. He rolls out aggressively, he hits his first 4 shots, and it's all good. Then he misses his next 3, commits a couple of turnovers, and his night is effectively over. That's probably why Erik Spoelstra kept bringing up, quote, mental stability, because LeBron wasn't showing very much, and his teammates know it. When asked how he thought that LeBron played, Chris Bosh said, quote, guys try. And not exactly having your teammates back. That's coming from a guy who said earlier this season, they just want to chill. A guy who admitted that he was intimidated by the moment in the Boston series, and a guy who was seen crying in defeat last night. You know, every other coach in the NBA was taking mental notes on how to get LeBron to the point where he just shuts down. Make no mistake, he did just shut down. The question is, will he man up, look in the mirror, and own that he's the biggest reason they lost that series? I doubt it. The guy never really owns anything. Not the televised decision, not the preseason celebration, nor how they lost that series. He doesn't think he or they did anything wrong. He thinks they played well enough to win, and that this was the best that he could muster.
I work hard to try to put myself in position to play at a high level. You know, when you go out on the court, does the ball always go in? Absolutely not.
Right. And the shots that you don't take absolutely never go in, King. And this cat's going to have to do some serious soul searching because what he's doing isn't working. I'm just not sure that he's introspective enough or honest enough with himself to own it and make the changes he has to make. Sort of like Tiger Woods in that regard. He has too many people telling him what he wants to hear and not enough telling him what he needs to hear. Too many people telling him how great he is and that it's not his fault, and not enough saying this year was a failure and a lot of this is on you, Bron. Question is, who is going to tell him? Because he needs to hear it, and he's clearly not going to come to that conclusion on his own. And this is why the comparisons to MJ or even Kobe are so ridiculous. LeBron doesn't live and die with what happens on the court like those guys do. He's just happy being a global icon and has no idea whatsoever why people dislike him. Take that crack that he made about the fans when asked why he felt or how he felt about the haters coming so hard for him.
All the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. You know, they got the same personal problems that they had today. You know, and I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do with me and my family and be happy with that. So, you know, they can get a few days or a few months or whatever the case may be on being happy about not only myself, but the Miami Heat not accomplishing their goal, but you know, we got to get back to the real world at some point.
Translation, I'm rich and famous and you're not, losers. Now go back to flipping burgers. But there probably are some people with some pretty crummy lives, reveling in him coming up so short on a big stage. But what he doesn't get is there are plenty of other people with fantastic lives that are enjoying this just as much. This isn't about if you have a problem with LeBron, you have a problem with yourself. I can see why people have a problem with him, both people with crummy lives and great lives. Personally, I do not have a problem with what he said there. He was asked a question and he answered it, but in answering it the way he did, he has to know that these very same people will be coming even harder for him next time. He can't put out a fire with a gas can, and from the looks of things, that black hat is never coming off his head now.